I use ChatGPT to identify cards that I think would be the best rate on return of investment that would be worth my time and effort in getting graded and hopefully get a PSA 10, because we know, unfortunately, anything less than a PSA 10 is not that great, which I don't agree with. Anyway, I asked ChatGPT to work with me to make a good prompt that would identify cards, particularly here in the example, between $1 and $5 in value on the raw ungraded card, that if it scored a PSA 10 grade, it would be valued over $100 if we sold it. Variety of rules here. Set the site scope, pricecharting.com. Focus on TCG singles only. Prefer modern and semi-modern sets first, and expand as needed. Collect at least 25 candidates as possible, and we're going to find out that it wasn't possible. It only found 15. And there's a big rest of a list of rules and things to consider. We use pricecharting.com because that was an easy website you can just go on to and look up things, and it has a collection of prices already. Hopefully it's accurate, and of course you can dive into that further on. One of the things it'll do is it'll calculate a multiplier, a PSA 10 divided by the raw value, and also a dollar spread, meaning how much more is a PSA 10 graded card worth versus how much you paid for the raw. Keep in mind, a lot of things goes into grading a card. You have to first buy the card, and then you have to pay for shipping and the grading fee for the card to get to PSA and ultimately be graded. And so if we scroll all the way down here, we see that it thought for 3 minutes 16 seconds and provided a table of cards that it identified. And it looks like it looked at cards from older sets as opposed to more modern sets, but hey, that's worth our time in figuring out if this works. And we can look at one. Let's look at this Pikachu. You can buy the card at a raw price around $3.15. And if it does get a PSA 10 grade, it's $201 in value. That's a 64x multiplier. Another one to consider is the Pokemon Center Trainer card from the Pokemon base set. You can purchase it for $1.80, and presumably you can sell it for $200 for the PSA 10 card. The other one I thought was interesting was this Mew card. It identified you could purchase it for $3.41 raw, and it could come back graded at 127, which is a 37.4x multiplier. And it provides links to all the cards here as well. And in summary, it found 15 cards within our parameters of $1 to $5 purchase price raw and PSA 10 graded value over 100. And at the end, it also asks you, hey, if you want, I can keep expanding into more sets or focus on specific set eras, and identify Sun and Moon, XY, or Sword and Shield as possibilities. I guess you don't see it on this screen here, so I'll bring this up. There it is. So what do you think? I'm going to go dive deeper into this and see if AI is worth using to identify cards with this spread. Of course, you can change things. Let me know. Have you used AI in your search for valuable cards and grading opportunities?